Hi there. This is Dale Channel. Today's topic is how to negotiate better with foreign clients. While you may not realize potential, you negotiate with people every day. Here's how to get the most out of what you want and enjoy the process. Only few people actually like to negotiate. That's why not many people are good at negotiating. Unfortunately, negotiating is a fact of life, especially business life. However, negotiating is less important than simply communicating or explaining the logic and benefits of a position. As well as showing people how a decision will generate the desired return, and helping people understand the benefits is a good way of getting trusted. In essence, negotiation skills are communication skills. So with that in mind, here are some specific ways to make your negotiations a little more exciting and a lot more successful. 1. Swallow your fears and make the first attempt. People hate to go first, if only because going first might mean missing out on an opportunity. However, research shows that when a seller makes the first offer, the final price is typically higher than if the buyer made the first offer. Why is that? The buyer's first offer will always be at a low price. That sets a lower anchor. In negotiations, anchors are very essential. If you're buying, be first and start the bidding low. If you're selling, start the bidding high. This is a basic knowledge of business. 2. Try to never negotiate alone. While you have the final word, if the other side knows you're the ultimate decision maker, that can sometimes leave you feeling cornered. Always have a reason to step away and get a final okay from another person, even if that other person is just you. You can pretend like you have somebody else to consult with. You just need to say one sentence: I need to talk this over with a few people first. Do not feel your client's pressure to make a decision you don't want to make. In the global business world, the famous Japanese saying does not work well. Do not read the air. 3. Predict the worst scenario, but always expect the best. High expectations typically lead to high outcomes. Always go into the negotiation assuming you can get what you want. While you should have a bottom line, always believe you can make a deal on your terms. After all, you will never get what you want if you don't ask for what you want. Always ask for what you want. 4. Never share a range. People love to ask for a rough estimate. Don't provide them a rough estimate. For example, don't say, I guess the cost will be somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. The buyer will naturally want the final cost to be as close to $5,000 as possible and will come up with plenty of reasons why his or her price should be at the low end of the range. Never provide an estimate when you don't have enough information. If you're not ready to quote a price, say you aren't sure and keep asking questions until you are sure. 5. Never give without taking. Let's say a buyer asks you to cut your price, you should always get something in return by taking something off the table. Every price reduction or increase in value should involve a trade-off of some kind. If they don't, that means your initial price was bargained. Follow the same logic if you are the buyer. If you make a second and higher offer, always ask for something in return for that higher price. And if you expect the negotiations to drag on, feel free to ask for things you don't really want so you can ask about them later. 6. Use silence to your success. Most of us talk a lot when we're nervous, but when we talk a lot, we miss a lot. Let me tell you again. When we talk a lot, we miss a lot. If you make an offer and the seller says, that is too low, don't respond right away. Sit tight. The seller will start talking in order to fill the silence. Maybe he'll list reasons why your offer is too low. Perhaps he will share why he needs to make a deal so quickly. Most of the time, the seller will fill the silence with useful and additional information. Listen and think more than you speak. This is an important factor for success. Listen and think more than you speak. When you want to speak, ask open-ended questions, for example, the 5W1H question. Your clients cannot simply answer your question with yes or no. 7. Use time to your advantage. Even though you may hate everything about negotiating, never try to wrap a negotiation up as soon as possible just to be done with it. Haste always results in negotiation waste. Plus, there's another advantage to going slowly. Negotiations are still a big investment in time, and most people don't want to lose on their investments. The more time the other side puts in, the more they will want to close the deal, and the more likely they will be to make concessions so they can close the deal. Some people will walk away if the negotiation takes time, but most will hang in for much longer than you might think. 8. Ignore bold and emotional statements. Never assume everything you hear is true. The bolder, the louder, the more emotional a statement might be, the more likely that statement is either a bullying tactic or a sign of insecurity. If you feel intimidated, walk away. If you feel drawn in emotionally, get some distance. Maybe you will decide to give the other side what they need, but make sure that decision is a decision and not an emotional reaction. No sympathy is needed. 9. You shouldn't see a negotiation as a competition. Negotiating isn't a game to be won or lost. The best negotiation leaves both people feeling they received something valuable. Don't try to be a ruthless negotiator, you're not meant to be that way. 10. Give the other side some room. All of us naturally feel defensive when we feel trapped. So does the other side. Don't push too hard nor take away every option, otherwise, the other side may have no choice but to walk away. We don't want all the time and effort gone. 11. Start a valuable relationship. Just as you should never leave too much on the table, you also shouldn't take too much. Always think about how and what you say and do can help establish a long-term business relationship. A long-term relationship not only makes negotiating easier the next time, but it also makes your business world a better place. These are the 11 ways to negotiate with clients, friends and family. If you like this video, please thumbs up, share and comment below. Thank you so much. See you soon.